All right. How's it going tonight, everyone? Welcome. Happy Monday. Hope you had a good weekend and your week's off to a good start. Or if you work at AWS, sorry. Hope your day's going better now, anyways. We got a bunch of stuff to get into. We'll see where we get and go from there. But how's it going? Matt, SWK, Icarus, and Lapta. Welcome. How are you all doing tonight? We got 4 million laying around. They want to let me borrow for a bit. No. You're asking here? I mean, not to criticize too much, but you saw my sub numbers. Like, I don't even show them to myself anymore because it's just sad. Alright, I forgot what I was going to start with tonight. I am so freaking tired right now, too. It's not even funny. We do have something that's kind of ready to go as a pull request, but is not done yet. Oh, why is this all... Oh, how did I do this? Alright, whatever, fine. And before anyone asks, no, I didn't lose another cat. It has been 1 year since we lost Big Boy. Nearly 2,200 acres for sale? Wow. They want 1,700 per acre? That's pretty cheap. Yeah, that is pretty cheap. You gonna go make a hacker commune? Yeah, I know where's Lapta. It was a year ago, so I got reminded yesterday. Oh, I mean, it was a year ago yesterday, but it sucks. But what are you gonna do? So, but thank you. I piss everyone off compound? Oh boy. Yeah, still, of course. Okay. 1,000-yard rifle range. On the south side, we're gonna have the furry farm. Yeah. Alright. So I released the State of the Bird this morning. You didn't see it. It was there. It's all over the place otherwise. We'll start with the easy one. Oh, that's not saved, but okay. Oh no, that's fine. So we want to go Pidgin conversation. Oh, this isn't as easy as I thought it would be. So the conversation, actually we want conf.ui. This uses an info pane, and I was gonna put the badges right after the name, but that doesn't work because we would have to put the badges in the info pane? I'm not necessarily against that, but... They're far out there libertarian, not the kind just call themselves that, but are really Republicans. So yeah, that's enough acres to have a crazy techno compound where as long as you ain't hurting somebody else, no one else should care. Yeah. But that yeah, okay. I'm just... Yep. If only people had that much emotional control. That's what I'll say. So Pidgin 2 uses GTK 2. Pidgin 3, which is still in development, uses GTK 4. Do we want to put this? I suppose there's no reason we can't put it in there. Info pane, not UI. So there's title here. This is in a vertical box. We would have to change this to object class equals GTK box. Property name equals orientation, horizontal. Yeah, we can put spacing in here too. What? Why? What the fuck? Why did this not close child? Oh, because I didn't. I hit the wrong key. That's the reason. All right. Oh. I don't think we should have to worry about the expand properties here. Then we're gonna say child object class equals. Oh, we're gonna. Okay, that's fine. Pigeon badges. We don't need an ID. Binding name equals badges. Look up name equals badges from Pidgin. Propane. Yeah, I should do it. Oh, but we're on to this too. Binding name equals visible. Look up name equals badges. That should be enough. Ooh, how's it going, Fallen? Welcome, welcome. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I feel like I should make the first, second, and third be third thirst or whatever. Trace 3, etc. And then everyone can always just pick third. All right, so we're gonna do 2 properties here. This will make sense in a second. Info pane dot c. We have to add get badges and set badges. And set badges. Nullable. The new badges. It's the new, or sets the badges to be displayed. Says 3.0 Pidgin available 3.0 void Pidgin info pane set badges. Doing well, awesome. Undatra. No, the whole point is people pick 3 because of the mythical 3s and stuff, right? Half-Life 3. What's the other one? Pigeon 3. I guess Portal 3 as well, right? That's so people pick 3 all the time because of that. Or at least some people do. Maybe not everybody, but some people do. Okay. You're not aware of Half-Life 3 or Portal 3? The rumors that they're may or may not ever get done? You want to take first because I wasn't first? I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just a silly game. It's fine. There you go. See? I declared myself zeroth and infiniteth. Sure. Remember D-Base 3 Plus, if that counts? Sure. But most people here probably don't know what D-Base is. I know of it. I have never been forced to use it. So I didn't get my Proxmox cluster set up this weekend. I got one machine set up, but I didn't get all of it. And it's weird. Like with libvirt, I didn't have to create an EFI disk for it to remember boot order, but you do in Proxmox, which is weird. I just had to fight that, which is stupid, but whatever. Record on DB3, does that count? Yeah. Good time. Nope, we just know Clippy, the offspring of it. I'm joking, of course. I have no idea. I don't really care. I'm sure somebody does, but that person's not me. Did I not type this right? What the fuck? Type purple. I'm like, this should be completing. Why is it not completing? So I typed purple. Apparently we didn't fix the formatting everywhere. Lovely. Okay. Pain badges. The badges for the info pane. Okie dokie. That was a sort of kind of basic like language for writing apps around a central DB3 core. They do some pretty cool. Okay. Did I really miss the transfer annotation? Or does it say purple? Nope. I typo the name to page, not page it, not pane. Yep. So Ivanhoe mentioned on over here. Badge use for the protocol would be nice. Not sure if it would be achieved by this mechanism, though. We could put a protocol badge in here. I don't know that we necessarily want to. Anyways, the whole idea of the badges here for people that are like, what the hell are you doing? Like, there are channels or conversations, whatever, that could be invite only. They're not marked not safe for work or not safe for life, which is generally worse. Or private, secure, archived, right? And the badges stuff is how we're going to handle it. So, or just use to compile your working DBase 3 code to make it run faster and be less easy for the user to break. Okay. In Quicker and Quick Basic, that's where you got all your first software sales. Nice. Yeah. The thing that drove me nuts about Quick Basic was you could not compile an executable if your source code was more than 64 kilobytes. Guess how I know. It sucked. Alright, so that looks okay here. We don't have any unit tests or anything for this. I'm trying to figure out how we can actually test this, though, is the problem. I guess we can just put a temporary test in. Sure, whatever. So the conversation now has badges. So in the info pane, we can say binding name equals badges. Oh, we have to fix the other part too. Lookup name equals badges. Type equals verbal conversation. Lookup name equals conversation from the Pidgin conversation. And that'll do that part. You need more than 64K? You must have been working for Microsoft? No, it's called, it was my first big program. And I didn't know how to optimize anything, and I was manually drawing graphics on screen using lines and circle and pset, and yeah. I forget what the fill is, too. Don't you mean I must not have been working for Microsoft, since wasn't it Gates that famously said, who would ever need more than 640K in memory? I guess that's 640K, not 64, but still. I have no idea why that is. I was fucking a teenager back then. Or I was a teenager. I may have been fucking a teenager. No, not that time. I was a computer nerd. You know how it goes. Right, time for the music to stop. All right, we've got to do this too. Oh, yeah, okay, hold on. Closure, type equals gboolean. Is it name or handler? It's function. Pidgin, info, pane, show badges. And I've learned it's important that you have to have these parameters there, otherwise you don't get called when they change. Because why would you? Wouldn't know how to do it otherwise. And I think that's the problem with the formatting not updating, right? We have to go through and fix that. And by we, I mean me, because who else is going to do it? You said they found an intact camera from the Titan submersible wreckage? Wow. The SanDisk SD card was still intact with multiple stills and videos? Oh boy. That's gotta be gnarly. But no, I did not hear about that. Maybe SanDisk SD cards aren't that bad. Yeah, I would say that's probably a safe bet at this point. If G list model get n items, G list model badges greater than 0, Turn true. Turn false. Yep. I just barely know how to dereference a pointer, but I can give me a good old college try for what? Oh, I said something about finishing a bug or something. Okay, yeah. I copy pasted it? How the... Oh, I spelled unused wrong. And that broke the function. Order comparison of pointer with... Oh, yep. That's the problem. I was like, what? Miss one parenthesis. Nothing makes sense. So we don't have any default badges, so I guess we'll cheat and use the demo protocol plugin to do this. The demo protocol plugin has badges. So this is where we're putting it onto the users. We should have the badge manager somewhere else. Well, this is stupid. This should definitely be outside of all the for loops. Alright, so, okay, hold on. So, might want to rename this to Badge Manager. And actually, wait. We don't want to set badges to none. We need to do this the other way. Shit, how is that gonna work? Oh, stupid. 5.9's uptime service to AWS. Okay. God, in 2025, you're only 5.9s. God. That was a joke on Mr. Robot in like 2014. When was the... When did that come out? Mr. Robot. 2015. Okay, I wasn't that far off. Your uptimes are closer to 6.9? Yeah, well, mine are 9.9s. I have a picosecond of downtime a month. A picosecond, that's it. I have no idea if that's actually 9.9's worth or not. I don't really care. Yeah, so I just built the, not wrong, but I built this in a weird way. 9.9's is 31 milliseconds a year. So 31 milliseconds, that's like 2 milliseconds a month. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. So I've got more than I thought I did. But I aim for 1 picosecond a month. God, this code is gross. And how do we want to actually do this in a not shitty way? Oh, we have to fix this first. So general. Oh no, info pane. All right, how do we actually do this? Yeah. Okay. Wait. So Pidgin badges. This has to have. This is nullable, right? It has to be. Yeah. Okay. And the widget, it's fine to do it this way. Yeah. Okay. You just aim for staying inside packet retransmit times. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Happy U.S. East Day 1 to those that celebrate. Yeah. Although, you know, U.S. East 1 being out was no crowd strike. But apparently people forgot about CrowdStrike already. AWSclone.com? No. What was the problem today? I tried looking. I didn't see, or it wasn't known when I looked. The cloud you can count on to go down. Nice. All right, that should all be fine. That's fine. That's fine. All right, so we just have to fix the stupid demo stuff. For the widgets, it makes sense for you to be able to set a badges and not, but like for the widgets that actually contain the badges, or for the objects that contain the badges, the badges properties read only. All right, so we're gonna rename this to Badge Manager, just because we pulled it up to the top level and we already have a Badge Manager. We should probably make this Conversation Manager. I don't know where the fuck this is used. Oh. Conversation Manager. Conversation Manager. Was that really all it's used for? Okay, cool. We put the oops in dev oops. Start calling it dev oops. Nice. Beware of the dev oops. The oops of the devs. That's just later. He's not even in frame at all. No, you're not. Start a support group for other U.S. East 1 survivors. What was the favicon? I can barely see what that is. It's not. Sure, don't put it at favicon at all. Why would we do that? Thank you. Like, I'm in the headers, or I'm in the source. Oh, nice. So what was the cost today? Someone screwed up their DNS. Ah. I did not see that. But screwed up their DNS how? And I don't know how people fuck up DNS all the time. Like, honestly, it's just, it's pathetic at this point, man. You've learned to expect disappointment, and now you're never disappointed. Nice. That screwed up their Lambda stuff and cascaded. Yeah, like DNS doesn't have to be this hard, man, is my point. Like, I don't know how people keep... Yeah, I don't know. I think part of it is people are like, well, we have the internal DNS, and then we have the external DNS, and then we have the VPC DNS, and like, bro, this is your fucking problem. You've got multiple layers of DNS that changes depending on where you are, and yep. Fuck. Need to mute this. Okay. I've never used Power DNS. I just... Oh, this is all test code. Like, I really don't give a shit about this. This is all test code. Power DNS, Postgres backend, no forgetting to increment zone file serial. Yeah, I mean, there's... Yeah. Oh, we just added... What? Oh, we have... Yeah, I just... there's... Yeah. I just use my registrar DNS, honestly, and it's fine. Or I use external DNS in Kubernetes, and then I just don't even care even more. Sun says hi. Hello, son. Yep. Okay, you know, stuff goes on. It sucks, but that's just life. Not badge. It was demo badge. Alright, that works. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Did we not land this? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Like, yeah, that's what happened. What the hell is the thing here then? Verbal conversation, get badges. Did I typo it? Where'd the demo file go? What? Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Did this make it past review? Oh, it's... Right, you can't. Okay, yep. Yep, we forgot to mark the visibility on it. And the unit test didn't call it. I mean, the unit test did call it, but it got called from the file itself. It didn't get called externally, so it didn't matter. Badges are what we call, so like in the Twitch interface, if you look at the text I just sent, right? Those things to the left of my name are what we are calling badges. Now, we created a custom widget to display them. We have a custom data type to show them and stuff like that, right? So, like, I have a badge for Broadcaster, 100-month subscriber now, and Twitch Turbo. But if you click on those badges, you will see that there's even more badges that are available, right? So then there's Prime, Twitch Recap 2023, Twitch Recap 2024. Now, we're using badges also for all sorts of things. In IRC and eventually in XMPP, it's what shows who has permissions in the channels and stuff like that. So it's all custom stuff. Because we need some way to represent it. I guess I could just done this too. Oh, lovely. Oh, yeah, we should check that. Okay, hold on. Yep. Come on, die already. Die. Oh, we have to go over here and kill it. If not, G is list model badges turn false. Let's try that. Yeah. So, like badges, it's just a widget that will it's built on top of a list out. It implements a glist model. It only shows the first three. They have a weight to them. They're all prioritized. Hey, look, that looks much better. God, bullshit. I wish I knew what was going on this stupid system. Okay, so any demo conversations? I guess we don't have the badges here. What the? Maybe it's just that. IRC doesn't matter. Contacts. Let's try this. So badges are not showing here. But, so this right here, this is a badge object implementation, or instance. Right? But why don't we have one here? Oh. Verbster is empty. ID failed. Oh. That'll do it. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, okay. Then what the hell's the second one here? Don't remember how I wrote this at all. ID. Oh, and then the icon. Okay, so the second one's the icon name. Okay, fine, whatever. So apparently we made those match. That's fine. I was expecting that to take longer. But I'm forgetting the demo protocol, we don't have to recompile half the world. So the part that's so annoying about these blocking or IO blocking, whatever the hell's going on, is like I don't know, maybe a RAM disk would help with this. It's so ridiculous, man. Big beefy machine and like it gets killed on fucking disk IO. So ridiculous. This doesn't actually work now, right? Oh, okay, maybe we do. All right, cool. So there's the badges, right? Yay! So we just hacked it in to test it, and it looks fine. And then if we go look at another one where we actually added on all of them, so I can't test it with now. So all of these are going to have the badge on it. Oh, come on. Oh, we looked at the IRC stuff, and the IRC didn't show it, so it's fine. We didn't verify that the conversation or that the widget was hidden though. Let's do that. And wait for the stupid whatever shit we're blocked on. Is there a new line after this? Those shouldn't be split out like that. I don't think. Or are they all split out? No, they're all the plugin loading. Yeah, see this. Alright, well, we'll fix that in a second. Okay, in the widget tree, Pidgin badges is hidden. That's why it's grayed out. If we look, it's gonna say visible false. Oop. Yeah, good. I think we want to make the same change to conversation manager, or conversation member. We'll deal with that in a second. Pidgin conf badges. Add Pidgin badges to Pidgin.info, Pidgin info pane, and wire it up in Pidgin conversation. This also adds a visibility macro that was missed when badges. Oh, I mentioned on the turtles, but it's okay. We'll post them on the turtles. God, I'm way tighter than I thought I was. It's stupid because I slept like 8 hours last night. Come on. Unbearably slow right now. OBS is using 200% of CPU. That's fun. One of the Firefoxes is too. Why do I have what? Hold on. I have no fucking memory. How is Firefox using 1.4 gigs of swap? This Firefox? Which Firefox is it? This Firefox looks more or less well behaved. Nothing here looks out of control. This one looks fine. This one, on the other hand, I don't even know where to start. Firefox is using 19 gigs of memory. Discourse is somehow using 5 gigs of memory. I don't know which Discourse tab that was. I never hit back. Sorry. Nope. It was not intentionally muted. I said it better not be AI crap because AI is totally fucking useless to me. And as for, I was saying, but nobody could hear it. Like, this machine has 64 gigs of memory, and I was maxed out on swap as well. But I killed, so, yeah, nobody heard anything of what I said. Lovely. Because I forget to hit the fucking button. So what happens is when I write the state of the bird, so the state of the bird has all these graphs in it. And for whatever reason, as I'm editing and it's trying to like do this and do the preview and stuff, it just starts leaking memory constantly. And if I don't kill the tab and then bring it back or kill the tab, it's just going to have used all the memory, right? So I just killed that tab in my in the Firefox instance where I wrote the state of the bird, and I freed up a shit ton of memory. So your Atom $230 is 2 gigs of memory. Okay. Like this machine, like I said, has 64 gigs of memory, and it's 64 cores. So when this machine gets slow, I get very annoyed. I spent a lot of money on this machine. And when it gets blocked by stupid IO nonsense, it's just like, oh my god. Dude. Yeah, so right now, I'm using 23 gigs out of 64, and the swap's down to 1.5. I don't... Firefox still has a bunch in swap. But, yeah. Although, why the hell are all my cores pegged, too? They should definitely not all be pegged. Tailscale's using 100? What the fuck? I'm not even doing anything on Tailscale. Auto control can sometimes get super whacked, too. And then Vax has 64 megs. Nice. Like, generally speaking, my cores don't all... Oh, okay. 2 of them are doing nothing. I'm not sure. Oh, whatever. Let's be stuck troubleshooting this forever. Oh, yeah. So next up... I think the logic in conversation member is a lot more confusing than what it should be. Or it's just missing too. Okay. Or we just make a Pidgin conversation member. No. Yeah. Okay. Presence icon, Pidgin. Yeah, so we don't have binding name equals visible. Look up name equals badges. Type purple conversation member. Look up name equals conversation member. Pidgin conversation member. So, it's hard to show, but maybe I can show it easily here. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't matter if we're showing you this. So the problem we're trying to fix is, you see how Chanserve is not to the left here? How it's like indented weird? That's because we are showing the badges object for this all the time. At least I think we are. Yeah. See, badges. I guess it was pigeon and badges. Badges. It's visible. That's why it's here. So this should fix that problem, and then we can go from there and be happier. Yeah, well, don't. Yeah, just don't. I'd be surprised if you can link with 64 megs of memory. Oh, actually, we need to do this. Closure. Um. Show badges. Show badges would be here. If not, G is list model badges. Return false. If G list model get n items model badges equals 0. Return false. I don't want to change this on the other one, but whatever. This is fine. See how much faster it runs now? So, yeah. So now you see all the ergo tests are aligned on the left, which is exactly how this is supposed to be. And I'm... No, we didn't join yet. Oh, that's Liberia. Okay, this is the right one. All right, so none of us have ops. Lovely. What's my opera password? Let's do debug window open to see if this actually worked. Password incorrect. Oh yeah, I think it's the password manager. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, I had to mute for my password manager password, but not for the rest of this. Shit. How do you, I think I can just mode hash pigeon plus o pigeon 2. Well, I never remember to do this. Ergo force chan up. Do Larvel and use carbon? You're an idiot. Okay, I'm good. Oh yeah, we should try to implement this if we can. This wasn't what I want though. Ergo IRCD admin chan up. There's some command for this. I don't remember what the hell it is. And it's different than just... Oh, wait. It's not just admin serve, is it? Nope. Operator manual. Help up, quote, what? Oh, that's because I can't remember the damn command. Help off index, apparently. Or, did I say index? Index. Oh, I think it's SA mode. Yep, there we go. Okay. So now, Pidgin 2 has ops here, right? So now when Pidgin 2 says something, hey, right? Oh, we can't see it as much there, but yeah. Whereas when I say something here, I don't have the indent here anymore. Yay! Stupid little thing I've been meaning to fix forever. And there we go. 20 meg of code to do, 10 seconds ago, date, time -10. Huh. Sounds like Node. Actually, Node, I think that's 12 different libraries. It creates branch, right? Hide badges for Pidgin.conversation members who don't have any badges. Is this polish for the UI, maybe? I don't know. Kind of feels like it. Oh. People are not insane. That was another camera. I'm surprised nobody mentioned it. It's more fun because you can see the blue lights from the camera. Big Brother is watching. 4233. Joined in IRC channel and verified that there was no longer an indent for users that for normal users in their messages, also called in the turtles. I thought we called them the turtles. We did. Boom. Easy peasy. I just got a stupid idea that would make this code easier. So we do this a lot where we don't want to show something if it's empty, right? And like we can very simply, oh, we have no properties on here. That's fine. Oh, this is a test. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner, but we could add a prop empty, which is readable. Or, whether or not the badges contains any badges. The default is true, actually. G param readable, G param static string. Yeah, it's fine. Return badges, length is greater than 0. Then what we need to do we should probably that's fine. We're gonna rebase the other stuff on top of this. So the idea is that that whole closure thing, we can just get rid of it, because this property will just take care of it. We need to do the same thing and remove. Oh, shit, did I put that at the top? That's fine. I totally messed this up. All right. There you go. Much more helpful. Oh, yeah, we didn't actually put it in the header file, though, yet. Yes, whether not the object does not contain any badges. Returns true if are no badges. A much better idea than all them closure nonsenses. I don't think where else we're doing something like this. This would come in very handy. Conversation members, maybe. Add purple dot badges colon empty. So we can handle visibility in UI files more easily. We'll call them the turtle soup. Oh, I was going to add this to the unit test. Whoops. Test badges.c. I'm just going to add it to the add and remove. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Sort properties. G assert true purple badges get empty badges. Oh, we need to verify that it get called though. That's the problem. We have multiple ways for this stuff to happen. Did I really mess up the logic of this? I did. This is why we write unit test. Even when it's simple, we still fuck it up. Did we? Yeah, there's a burb count. Oh, what the hell's it called? Oh, property changed. Empty. So we do a lot of this stuff, and I got tired of writing the function again and again in every unit test, so we wrote a helper function into burb. So what this does is it'll connect to the notify : empty signal on here, and then whenever it gets called, it takes whatever's here, it dereferences it, increments it, and then sets a pointer back. And then you're done. Then you can just check it. Yeah, we shouldn't have to bother doing that here. G-assert compare uint empty counter equals 1. Empty counter equals 0. I forgot to put this here. G-assert compare uint empty counter equals 0. We should probably do it on a remove. I thought we had... I guess we can do it here too. Okay. Like, we typically alphabetize everything, so this should be this way. Uh, purple badges, get empty badges, right. Okay. G-assert compare uint empty counter equals 1. Right. So, we're counting how many times the empty property changes. Right. We don't want to do additional change notifications, stuff like that, because that's annoying and problematic. Although we might be... No, we shouldn't be doing that. Then we reset the counters, and then g-assert compare uint counter. We reset it because otherwise, like in the past, we used to just try to keep counting it and stuff, and that just gets problematic as you start editing the unit test. So now it's just reset it to a known state before each time, and then you're good to go. All right. I didn't mean to val grind, but it looks like we're fine. But you know what we didn't do? We didn't do what I always harp on. G-assert not reached. Make sure we made it to the end of the unit test by failing. Yep. 251. Cool. We made it to the end successfully. This again. 206. 206. Good. Cool. Now under val grind. Cool. I didn't publish the pull request, did I? I don't even know. 4234. 6 minutes till the next ad. I need water and I need to pee. And we are not posting for some reason. Come on. Thank you. Sometimes you just gotta yell at the computer for it to do anything. Good luck with the pee. Okay. It's not something I usually struggle with. I drink over a gallon of water a day. What is that in liters? Right, liters are the, yeah, so that's a lot of liters. Long may that continue, yeah. So, but yeah, I drink like 5 or 6 of these a day, and these are 24 ounces. Right, so ounces in gallon. Actually, just ounces in liter. Oh, this is like 38 something. No. 24 ounce to liters. Right, so that, no, whatever, 0.7 a liter a day to get to 3.8 to be 14, 28. Yeah, so 5 is 35. Yeah. So roughly a gallon a day, at least. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm already middle-aged, so, and I've had a lot more health issues than you probably realize. And the test under Valgrind and called in the turtles. But anyways, my point is I stay overhydrated. Okay, we're gonna call this good. Did I hit publish? I didn't think I hit publish. Did I hit publish? I did not. Where the hell's the publish button? There we go. I'm like, alright. I'm gonna come over here. We're gonna rework 4233 badges for conversation members. Conf member, my badges. Rebase minus D. Badges empty. Keep branches. Go on. God, why is everything so fucking slow again? What the hell is this? I'm on the wrong thing. That's the problem. I'm like, missing something. Alright, so this whole thing just goes away. Blink. Go find the class method. This goes away. And then this part. The logic's backwards. I've had electrolytes sometimes. Like if I've been like out in the yard doing yard work and stuff, and I've been sweating a lot, then sure. Shit. I can't flip a boolean in a UI file. So if it's not empty, but it's not full, we want not empty. What do we call that? I don't know. I'll leave you guys with that. It's about to start. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back. All right. Empty-ish. Numpty. Nullish. Sorry, I didn't mean to snap there. Occupied, supplied, overflowing, teeming. All right, I think we're just going to rename this property to not empty. And go from there. Because then this all just becomes that, right? So that's what the pull request becomes, the entire thing. At the local grocery store, Halloween candy is already 33% off. Thus, I have too much Halloween candy. It's less than 2 weeks, but like 11 days. But yeah, I mean, whatever. The $7 bag of Reese's pumpkins is now $4.50. So, yep. Oh, and this year, Milwaukee is, for the first time in my lifetime, doing night trick-or-treating. I'm obviously not participating, not trick-or-treating, but I'm anticipating people are going to come out more because it's at night. Count your weeks into work weeks out of habit? Yeah, whatever. It happens. At least you're not on that weirdo 13-month calendar. It's like I get it, but also, ugh. Okay, those bike lanes. Bike lanes make you happy. Yeah, we need more bike lanes, but they are matting. They are adding more, but takes time. Takes time. This is an ad, so we can say, let's do it this way. If badges, length equals 1, then the empty property change. No, it's only notified, not empty. No, so there's another calendar, 13-month calendar. So you have 13 months, or international fixed calendar, my bad. So what ends up happening, they should have it in here. Yeah, so every month ends up, the first is on a Sunday. Saturday is the 28th day of the month. And then you get a leap day or holiday at the end of the year, I think. Right? Oh, no. So, okay. Wait, June 17th is leap day. In the Gregorian calendar. I don't show, but whatever. So, whatever. So, January, February, whatever. Every month looks like this. Right? I forget what they call the 13th month. March, April, May, June. Oh, this is Gregorian. Whatever. You can read the rest of it here. I don't remember the specifics, but that's the idea. 13 months of 28 days, and yeah. Also known as Cotsworth Plan, the Cotsworth Calendar, Eastman Plan, or the proposal reform, design, blah, blah. Divides the year into 13 months of 28 days each, a type of perennial calendar. Every date is fixed to the same weekday every year. Though it never was officially adopted at the country level, the entrepreneur Eastman instituted as the Eastman Kodak Company in 1928, when it's used until 1989. Is that really there and I missed it? No. An extra day added as a holiday at the end of the year after December 28th, i.e. equal to December 31st Gregorian, sometimes called Year Day, does not belong to any week and brings a total of 365 days. Each year coincides with the corresponding Gregorian year, So, blah, blah, blah. 12 months are named in order the same as a Gregorian calendar, except that the extra month is inserted between June and July called Sol. Oh, I did just totally overlook it. So there's the 13th month. It's named Sol. Because of the solstice. Okay, sure. Chosen as homage to the sun. Okay, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, you get the idea. That's like whatever. Like you saw, it's been around for a long time. So now nobody uses it, but it's been there for a long time. If badges and items are not badges length equals 0. Oh shit, I got the wrong one. I probably got the wrong one up there too. Or whatever. I suppose we can do it this way. It's a little, yeah, whatever's fine. Oh, well, we'll do it that way. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yep. Oh, we're gonna do it this way. There we go. All right, yep. All right. Not empty. Cool. That's convenient, but one of those things that makes no sense to do unless everyone. Yeah, but like, does it really? Like, who fucking cares? Like, do we really need the second day of every month to be a Monday? Right? Like, do we care? Not empty. Defaults to false. How's it going, Subuntu? Welcome. How are you? Hope you're doing well. All right. In theory, this works. Mason test minus V badges. What? Oh, yeah, I didn't get that one. Return not equal to 0, or we'll say greater than 0. I'm going to test it. Yep, okay. Insert false. Let's go on, Holy Roman Empire. Welcome. How are you? Oh, you know what? We didn't do this either. We should have done this. Yep, we got the other one in the remove test, which I just went right past. Oh, we should rename this to not empty counter. Because we have to do that too, and I missed that up here. All this shit I moved around just to move it back around again. Okay, got them. As usual, grinding discrete math for midterm. Yep. Sounds potentially fun. Never minded math homework, although I never did it until right before the class. In high school, we would had like a homeroom thing. My school was weird. They've since changed everything that we used to do, but whatever. So I always had math first hour. Like I would get to school, and I had 20 minutes to do my math homework. And yeah, somehow I did it fine every time. Well, fine enough, anyways. Don't be like me, kids. Technically, you're not supposed to talk about this math course. Ooh. It's discreet. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Yeah. And then as well, good old Northeast schooling. Yeah. All right. Well, this is Midwest, but, you know, whatever. Ugh. But my school used a mod system. Oh, let's see. ISI mod system. Does anybody have this defined? Oh, fuck, there's a Wikipedia page. Instead of homerooms, Pius has a TAC, teacher, advisor, contact rooms, a mixture of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Each TAC is headed by a staff member called a TAC teacher, who offers guidance to its TAC students. Pius has a modular scheduling system consisting of 16 mods. I don't think they do this anymore, so this is out of date apparently, but whatever. So yeah, this is wrong because it was 24 minutes each, with 4 minutes between mods. Unless they changed it to 22 minutes, which would be weird, but whatever. I mean, my homeroom is you do your homework here. Nice. Yeah. I mean, this year was my 25-year reunion, which I did not attend, but yeah. But then you get 4 minutes between that period to get to your next class or your next mod. 22 to 90 minutes. Does that work out? 22 plus 22 plus 22, 66? No, what? How the fuck do you get to 90 minutes? So a 2-mod class was 52 minutes long. Yeah, what the fuck are they on about? 66 plus 8 is 74? That is not 90 minutes. You just can't fucking math, man. Well, alright, whatever. I don't have anything to reference, so don't care. But yeah, it was an interesting experience. The fun part is we had your classes, since you didn't have the same class every day. So the modular system too, right? We had one day, so normally it was 14 mods a day, but we had 5-letter days, A, B, C, D, E. A days, we got out early. It ended at 10th mod, so we got out at like 1 p.m. in the afternoon, which is cool. But then classes would be like A, C, D, A, B, E, or A, C, E, or A, C, D, or, you know, some variation of that, B, C, E, or B, D, E, or something. So you didn't have the same classes every day. And, you know, it went A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, etc. But so, like, my senior year, last semester, my B day, I was done at 4th mod, and I could go home at 10 in the morning, because I was a senior. Actually, I had work release, but yeah. Told your dad that either I get to the withdrawal date, and if I'm passing, I stay in, and minor in computer science. If I'm failing, I'll take the withdrawal and take the one course I need to minor in political science and call it a day. Sure, whatever. You had one class your senior year, PE? Oh, wow. That's something. Yeah, I think I had PE senior year. And we used to try to, like, skip out. Like, so we were also close to a park, so a lot of the time we would walk to the park for PE class. It's gonna get so confusing, but whatever. No, this should be true, because it's not empty. See, I'm already getting confused. But anyway, so, like, we would, like, take a different path than everybody else so we could smoke cigarettes on the way. Kids these days don't get to experience any of that. Now there's just vape this, vape that, vape, 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 vape. Yep, been there, yeah. It's ironic is that your dad is a land surveyor and would try and teach you math growing up, and I hated math. I then grew up and decided to do this, and I'm taking higher math courses than he did. Yeah, it happens. And, you know, I'm sure part of that too was you're a kid like, I'm not going to be like my dad. I don't want to be like my dad. And now you're like, wait, this is actually kind of fun. Probably the logic wrong here. Used to show at school, smelling like cigarette smoked, and my teacher would always side-eye you. Yeah, I mean, so like one of the PE teachers used to go out and like try to bust kids smoking every day before school. Like we'd be all throughout the neighborhood. Yeah. All right, hold on 1 second. I gotta do something real quick. Bear back. All right, sorry, I should tell my roommate something. You miss your dad? Yep, that's sorry. Sorry to hear that, Lapta. Don't like the outside work, but your dad and I are way closer now than you grew up. Yeah, I mean, it happens, right? Kids are dicks sometimes for no reason. You know, what do you do? Gotta wait it out. And, like, they're not necessarily being, oh, this should be, you know, they're not necessarily being, you know, malicious, but, you know, yeah. We're required to take a math class and English class our senior year. Even if you had 4 credits going into senior year, you're required to take a 5th. Oh, wow. I got allowed to take special projects in programming again senior year. I took it junior year, and they let me take it again senior year. Which was basically just, hey, go write some code, build some stuff, and then you talk to your teacher like once a week. I built a really shitty role-playing game in Visual Basic. It was real bad. There wasn't any good animation or anything, but you walk around, get random encounters, go into a battle, blah, blah, blah. I don't have the code for that one anymore, unfortunately, but it happens. How's it going, G-Bone? Welcome, welcome. How are you? You taught VB at your high school as well? Yeah, so my first programming, well, they didn't, so my first year, so my freshman year, I couldn't take any programming classes. I had to take keyboarding first. And I had to pass that with like, I don't know, 30 words per minute or something. And this is 1996. So whatever. Then, my sophomore year, I could take a programming class then, and all they did was QBasic. But I was already putzing around with Visual Basic 3 and 4 and 5. I think 6 had just came out. But then, so I skipped programming 2. I tested out of programming 2. And then I went to special projects in programming. That was my junior year. And then senior year, they let me take it again. So keyboarding in 8th grade, nice. We had the most boring class you ever taken in your existence. Yeah, I know a lot of it was like just looking at the book. La, da, 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 da. That's why like people are like, how could you not even look at the screen? I'm like, because I used to have to look at a book. That's why I had to learn how to type. Screen and typing for an hour? Yeah. I mean, you were looking at the screen? I was looking at the book we had to type out of. Because like, we didn't have like Mavis Beacon or whatever. We had some other bullshit where like we had to read stuff out of a book and type that. How the hell did we fail here? Like, we just passed. Oh. Because... Oh, goodness. You know why? But you just pictured me looking at a keyboard in a classroom going, yep, there's a keyboard, and getting an A. Yeah, I wish. Like, the thing that's real funny is, like, I really wish I had all the advantages kids had today. And, like, I don't mean this in, like, some wishy-washy way. Like, it's great that everybody has these advantages now. But, like, trying to become a self-taught programmer in the 90s was fucking hard. Like, have you ever gone to the library and gone to the card index thing to find books on programming, and then go find the books on programming, and then try to read the book, and not getting, and like the example code was only in the book, and you had to type it all. And then like you had to know what to look for, right? Yeah, there's no programming by Stack Overflow, right? Yeah, like even that stuff aside, right? So like way in the late 90s, a friend and I were trying to build an operating system, and I was in charge of the graphic stuff. And like I spent months trying to come up with an algorithm to do a flood fill that didn't smash the stack. I still don't know how to do it. I suppose I'd partition it off and do some other stuff, but like that's the kind of shit I ran into then, right? And like how do you find an algorithm to do a flood fill that doesn't smash the stack? And you're like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do it recursively, right? And like this was 1998. Good luck. You noticed this past weekend that your library still has a card index? Nice. Learned how to code in 2008. Good old RuneScape private servers. Yeah, you know, whatever works. Remember assembling Z80 code on paper and then typing the hex in? Oh, God. Nope. You had to do that in the early 90s. Yeah, just nope. Nope, nope, nope. There's no trivial thing without stack smashing. Yeah, I still haven't learned how to do it because I haven't looked at it at all either. But it's just like, yep. People ask what your first editor was, you giggle. VS Code. Good old Notepad. That's fine. Technically, my first programming editor was Apple IIe command or DOS. Because like back then you'd be like 10. Print high 20 go to 10. Like this is what you did, and it read the commands in as you went. ProDOS for the win. I've never used ProDOS. And Dr. Java, Eclipse, JetBrains, now NVIM, VS Code. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I was all over the place. I used to do one-click script Mac. Is this still a thing? No. This is not. Maybe? No. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So I cut many teeth on one click. One click we used to use to build AOLs. Those were programs you would use to automate stuff in AOL and whatnot. This is all the icons I have. Dumb. But anyway, so it would give you a little window and you could put buttons on it and stuff. And you can make them do all sorts of stuff, and then you can control other applications with it. And they had a built-in editor for this and stuff like this. This all predates AppleScript even. And we used to build the shit out of AOLs in this. I wrote mass mailer bots. I wrote scrambler bots. I wrote listservs, room busters, all sorts of shit. Unfortunately, I don't have any of that code anymore. But I remember everybody thinking that like I didn't actually write or do implementations of some of this stuff because they're like, no, you're not that good. I mean, okay, I probably cheated to learn how to do it, and then I wrote my own version. But yeah, there's an IRC chat client I used way back in the day. Was it IRC CLE or CLE or something? Something like this. Because there was something I used way back in the day too, and I can't remember what it's called. IRCLE. No, this was a Mac GUI client. Okay, you're talking about, okay, yeah. Yes, remember e-machines. I think I still have one in my basement. But yeah, the real thing is hotline communications. Who remembers hotline? I'm guessing most people that didn't have Macs don't know what hotline was. But hotline was kind of like, I guess it would be like groupware kind of thing. But we all used it for wares. Because of course we did. Because, you know, what else did you do? Part of the reason why I got into programming anyways, or was able to get where I was with programming, was because of wares, right? Major BBS. Yeah, I didn't spend much time on BBSs. Skype upsets you? Why does Skype upset you? Skype is dead now anyways. No longer exists? Yeah, that's a good thing. Use Major BBS for wares and porn? Sure. Prawn, sorry. That was shit as a kid, man. Okay. I mean, I was an AIM kid. Actually, I was an AOL kid. I started with AOL 2.5. Like shit, I have an AOL 4.0 beta tester t-shirt that I got legitimately. You miss FidoNet? It was never on FidoNet. AIM just triggered a part of your brain you forgot existed? But how? 4234. AIM bios and away messages? Sure, sure. You used Wildcat? I don't even know what that is. MySpace wasn't a music streaming platform. YouTube just had funny music video. This is pre all of that, Wilfred. By a lot. You were 1:123/69 for a while on FidoNet. Nice. Why weren't you 1337/69 or 1420/69? Come on. You're born in 98? Okay. I was already an AOL beta tester then. Oof. Yep. That's fine. It's fine. Just making us all feel old. Because you were Net 123. Okay. Yep. Oh. Not empty. Okay. Yep. Not empty. Yep. Was it USA 123 was around Memphis and no, it was 69. Huh. Okay. You're considered old? Not being born 2000s is old? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But you're not old enough. Not for this crowd. No. Country, regional, net. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. All right, conf member, hide empty. I told you I run Debian. Can I? You're fine. Don't worry about it. Just giving you crap. I'll put it this way. I've got a seat at my table for anybody that's willing to learn and isn't a dick. It's surprising how many people that eliminates. Yes. So there was something I was going to start as a greenfield development, and I almost messaged you about it the other day, and I was like, I don't have time to get into this right now, so I didn't. Yeah. So this wouldn't even necessarily need a front end right now. But here, I can give you we can talk more about this later, but how familiar are you with Open Graph, Open Embed, and whatever the Twitter tiles? Are you familiar with those at all? Those are the things that give you the preview of a link in a modern chat client, or all sorts of other stuff. So here, here's the primer. Now, before you start writing anything, we need to talk because there's a whole lot of stuff that needs to be discussed. But so even a review board here, right? If we go to inspect, you're gonna see under actually, does this break this out? I don't remember. No, I'm never in here at all. We want separate window, and then can I make this bigger? Yeah. Okay, so even in the review board here, we'll skip the Twitter stuff for a moment, but okay, right? So OG : title, review request 424, 4234, blah, 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 OG description, OG URL. This is, and then there should be an OG picture. Okay, man, there's not a picture here. That's fine. Let's just use my Twitch page. That'll work. Twitch.tv/RWgram. Pause. Right, so same deal, right? We come here, we go to inspect. Right, you go up to head, OG site name, Twitch, OG video. It gives you a link to play the video, or even, right? OG description, making Pidgin the universe, right? This is how all these links get auto-generated, right? There's also the Twitter ones, right? That's what the Twitter stuff is here. I guess it's a way to tie it to the app in Facebook. Right. But the OG : tags, this is all Open Graph. Anyways, the thing is, okay, yeah, that might be a good place to start. I don't remember the other stuff. I got a whole bunch of notes on this somewhere I have to find. But so there's problems with the way this works is fine, right? So you don't need JavaScript. You just do a GET request to the page. The page comes back. You parse the HTML. You look for the tags in the header field, and you go, right? The problem is we don't want to build this into Pidgin. You're just learning OG so you can finish your website. Nice. So we don't want to put this into Pidgin because this becomes a way to leak personal info, right? So somebody could send you a link to their website, and if Pidgin were to request that, they would instantly see your external IP address, right? So it's something we don't want to do, right? Number two, having every single user in a chat room with 1,000 users request the same page at the same time is also a problem, right? So this is one of the things you'll hear. I don't know what Mastodon's done to fix it, but maybe they fixed it. But people were talking about the Mastodon stampede years ago. And the problem is, as a link starts filtering out across the Fediverse, all of the servers are requesting the page. So it's not as bad as all the users, but you get every server down the line hitting it. So you end up DDoSing yourself when you post it, if you post it to your own infrastructure, right? Or it's an amplification attack to go and get everything. Anyways, right? So the thing is, we need a service that I don't necessarily want to run, but something that people can set up, or maybe they can get funding for it, that will allow people to hide in mass, right? So the idea is that it wouldn't log anybody requesting these things, but then it would go out and do the stuff, and then cache it and send it back, right? But this should be able to scale from one user to thousands, if not tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of users. So there's a whole lot of crazy stuff to talk about on how to do that. And that's all stuff to go over, but yeah. So that's, yeah, but no, it's not necessarily the data for the client. It's more protecting the user's personal information, but yeah. Yeah, it's not, so conceptually, it's not hard. This isn't like, hold on. Get in, fucking hell. It's not necessarily like a horrible web app to build. It's a caching problem, right? it's a caching and PII problem, and that's what makes it hard and that's what makes it difficult. What I really want to do, but I'd need buy-in from somebody, is HTTP verbs are kind of whatever. I like, yeah, the specs call outs for specific ones, but like there's no reason why instead of a get you couldn't do a preview, right? And then you could do your accept encodings and yeah, no, not encodings, but whatever, accepted types of whatever, I can't think of the header name. And then the server could just give you back only the preview rather than the entire fucking page that you then have to parse, right? So, you know, like I could say like, you know, open graph / JSON, right? And blink, here you go. Or application / open graph. And it gives me back a JSON blob of just the open graph stuff, right? And that would be better for everyone. But yeah. So I didn't think, well, I don't know. Let's see. This shouldn't leak my IP address, right? Is it capital X? Capital X. Yeah. So. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, and like, nope. Okay, it's my LAN IP. Sure. Right. So it didn't give a shit. Here's what we got. Oh wait, it gave us a 301. Okay, it just didn't like that. But yeah. So, yeah. But like, there's no reason why we couldn't actually say. Now it's not going to do anything because the servers don't implement it, right? But you know that tied with accept. That's the header I'm thinking of, right? That tied with an accept header. Give me the preview in open graph format, right? Boom. It's not redirecting me to that though. Hold on. It's okay. Redirect me to dub. I missed that. So 4 or 5 method not implemented, or method not supported, right? Still doesn't support options. So, yep. But yeah. But anyways, the idea has been, so I tried to get this funded through NLNet years ago, and they just flat out denied it. And it's like, well, I still need this thing, and no one's built it, so I started it. I've got a good name for it and everything too, but there's too much shit for me to do is the problem. So if I can offload to people, cool. All right, okay, we're back here. Golang incoming. Yeah, so like did I even commit anything yet? No. And I don't remember where I put my notes. So I got to find my notes, and I don't have anything committed. I don't have much here, though, either. Yeah, so looks like I have a struct header for open graph. And yeah. So, whatever. It's something we can talk about. That's fine. Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's get back to this and go from there. But yeah, if that's something you're interested in, that's definitely something we can work on. Or I can just let you run with it too, whatever you want to do. But like I said, the idea was to have something that would this stuff. Sounds like fun, to be honest. Let me run with it. Questions. Okay, but like, talk to me before you start it, because there's a lot of stuff to look out for. So Patrick Cloak, who's worked on Instant Bird and Matrix and stuff, he did a lot of it inside Synapse. So me and him have gone back and forth on a lot of the problems and stuff like that too, and worked on other scenarios and stuff. So like, if you want to go in blind, you can go in blind, or you can go off of our experience and thoughts on it. Right? If you don't want any of that help or anything, then sure. Yeah. Like I said, you should talk to us first. All Sorry, got some nerd sniped over here. All right. We actually have to test this. So, this should work properly once we get connected. Come on. What are you doing, man? You say you're connected, but you're not connected. But you are connected. I'm in the wrong room again. God damn it. Cool. Yep. Did exactly what it was supposed to do. Sweet. $42.34. Oh no, it's 42.33. I don't know if this will update. We'll see what happens. Come on, man. Cool. 42.34. That's there. And then this should just be the UI change. Yep. Yeah, so much better. Rebase on. Use the badges, not empty property. Is there something else I should be seeing in U-Track, or did I already take care of it? And is that you that's doing this? Like, I don't think it's you. But drawing attention to it is not something we want to do. Okay. Yeah. Which reminds me. Oh, nope. I see there's a new one too. Okay, yep. All right. So now the question is, do they have the same IP address? This is the problem. This is why you can't give them attention. Yeah, I know. Do you know how many email addresses they have verified here? It's been quite ridiculous. But in Sweden, apparently, you know, all that socialism gives you all this good times. All right. Is it the same? I don't think it is. Oh, it is the same. It is the same IP address. Now, or is it Switzerland? I was being facetious anyway. I don't know shit about Sweden. I know that it's not actually the fuck. What do you call them? It's not by Norway and Finland. That's Switzerland, right? Fuck. No, that is Sweden. I'm thinking. I was. Damn it, getting confused. So where the fuck is it? Switzerland? Somewhere around here then? Belgium, Germany, Prague, Austria, Slovakia, Hungary. I thought Switzerland was right around here. Yeah, okay. Sweden is not Norse. What do you call these? What's the fucking word I'm looking for? Oh yeah. It's below Germany. Like that's what I thought, but I wasn't seeing it. Oh yeah, there it is. Thank you. Scandinavian. Yes, that's the word. Thank you, Lopta. All right. So now we get to play the VPN game. Yay. How do I do this again? Oh, I should probably read this. Oh, I don't remember where the hell this was. Was it off modules? Common settings? Oh, there was definitely some place to block IPs. But this is the problem, right? We're sitting here dealing with their nonsense, and this is something we shouldn't be doing. Because the second I ban their IP address, they're just going to go force their ISP to give them a new one or get a VPN. But Wolford had to call it out, which is why I was nerd sniped, right? You're laughing, but I'm sitting here dealing with this fucking piece of shit for months. And you're laughing about it. Thanks. Thanks. This is such a great use of my time. And you're laughing about it. I'm glad it's funny to you, because it's not to me. It's annoying, but it's part of working in the public that people are absolute fucking pieces of shit. That's just the fact of the matter. Get out of there. Get out of there. And now my cat's eating chocolate, so I hope he dies so that the sweetest piece of shit can feel better. But yeah, keep laughing. Keep laughing. Actually, no, fuck it.